Just about to start our first game of the day. So it'd be about 3 of the CRDA home team season. And lining up to jam on the behalf of the Thrashin Lassies, we have number 44, Engage, and number 180, Rip Curl, representing the Los Pistolitas. It's also her first lead jam of the game. What with it being the first jam of the game. That's like the easiest stat to know. I'm basically a Yeah, quick 4 points up on the board for the Lassies. Calls off the jam just before any points can be scored for Los Pistolitas. That's just fun to say. So I just assumed that it was a mixture of German and Spanish, as in was ist los? Tron, no stranger to these parts. Yeah, we've seen her around a couple times. Anomaly picks up lead jam. And like anything, you know, this contact refereeing, it does happen. And our hearts go out to the referees' families. I don't like to point fingers. Scarlet Mame lining up for the Thrashin Lassies, up against Rip Curl. That's just how she is. She always wants to prove you wrong, right? It's the Lassie way. Shark bait with a nice hit there, knocking Rip Curl to the outside. Yeah, we've actually, there's been quite a shakeup in the overall, like all the teams have a bunch of new players, and it's exciting and it's really fun to watch the teams gelling in different ways. And Gage having a heck of a time, some really solid blocking. That was a lot of work. I think it'd be a lot easier if there was no blocking, but then it'd just be speed skating. So far, I believe we did have a penalty. I was going to say we haven't had any penalties, but I was wrong. That was a lie. Yeah. We're not about shaming people here, because our penalty box sponsor is a little more interesting. It's a sex-positive store. No shame. Pack making the jammers work, that's for sure. It's all about the tactics, the psychology of the game. Currently, our score with 24 and a well, more than 24 and a half minutes left in the first half is 7-7. I still think it's way too early to call this one. It could go either way, right? I know, right? All I have is thunder and bluster. Rip Curl and Scarla Mame jamming for Los Pistolitas and the Lassies, respectively. I do believe that's going to make this a power jam. Now, I was instructed that the audience is supposed to participate for power jams for the Thrashin Lassies. Repeat after me. Oi, 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 oi. And then there's whistles and stuff. Definitely a profitable jam for the Lassies, taking the 26-7 lead now. And I saw Chucky Deadman sneak in as we were doing that from Dickens Pub. He's going to be in the beer garden waving at people. Hi, Chuck. That's interesting. I don't think Scarla Mame really ever goes to the penalty box. She's such a kind-hearted soul. Every now and again. Speed bump. Trying to work her way through what is a pretty solid black wall there, or plaid wall, I suppose. Tron with a big hit there on Scarla Mame. Scarla comes back in and adds a little hit to speed bump. For those of you that are not necessarily as familiar with the call there, cut track is when the jammer or any skater gets knocked outside or into the middle. They have to go back in behind the person who knocked them out. I understand. I've learned a lot in my 36 years of calling the games. That does make this a power jam. Scarla doing like a back and forth weaving kind of a motion. I did not see. Yeah, Preacher Slaughter is not what you would call a weak person. We're here on Jam 8. I know that because it says J8 up there. We've got Tron lining up against Engage. This is Engage's first game with the Lassies, if I'm not mistaken, and she has just shown a lot so far this game. Tron picks up lead jam. So it's like coming home again. Tron, definitely an exciting jammer in a lot of ways. Very, very forceful and really smart on her skates. Yep, absolutely. There's a reason I talk on a microphone instead of skating around getting the crap kicked out of me. All right, Thrashin Lassies calling a timeout. Probably a really great opportunity for me to tell you a little bit about our sponsors. Shit, pages sticking together. All right, I mentioned earlier our penalty box sponsor, a little more interesting, Calgary Sex Positive Store. Things just got a little more interesting. We've also got sponsors Dennis Plinton Associates with Sotheby's International Realty. They provide exceptional marketing and services for buyers and sellers in all price points. Looking to buy or sell a house, give them a call or go talk to Knox her socks off. Also, our good friends, my best friends, the Village Brewery. There's beer in here. I like to support local businesses that make beer. I'm a big fan of that. So if you're in the beer gardens, ensure to responsibly drink 17 or 18 of those and enjoy. Also, Popeye Media, who's, we're going to start, we'll get back to it. We'll do that. Absolutely. Proving your point. It's much nicer when they do that. Yeah. I like it that way. Anomaly also getting through the pack. So Los Pistolitas currently up on the Thrashin Lassies by approximately 20 points. And by approximately, I mean exactly 20 points. Could go either way, absolutely. Isn't that fun? Rip Curl taking on Engage. I like to think that N in Engage is an unknown variable. Like she could be a 44 gauge, she could be a 30-06. You don't know how she's gonna shoot you with, you know, but whatever. You know what I'm talking about. Maybe I should have even gone with gauges instead of calibers in that analogy. Las Pistolitas controlling that jam, making sure to grab their points and call it off before the Lassies can. Absolutely, and I find advantageous things very advantageous. Moulin Bruise jamming for the Lassies. She's taking on Tron. Moulin gets through and gets that lead jam right away. I seriously just sang I want it that way, didn't I? Yeah, super proud of myself right now. Oh yeah, dude, I'm singing all day. Yeah, I make my own karaoke. Anomaly and Speed Bump taking the line. And that makes this a power jam. I just like saying that. It's so much fun. Never get to do that in my day job. These requirements are procedural. You were just planning ahead. I gotcha. So there is no lead jammer in this case because both jammers have been to the penalty box. That means this jam's going to go the full 2 minutes. 2 long minutes. Yeah, I mean, I can honestly say that just sounds like a really, really bad way to spend a day. If I read the look on Anomaly's face properly, that was, oh my God, oh my God. And 2 points there picked up in that final lap by the Lassies, narrowing that gap significantly. We're now looking at a 66-54 score spread, which is 12 points. Half of 12 is also 6. Interestingly, Tron is 13 for 13 against left-handed pitchers in May, so this could be really interesting. With a sneaky move, no less. Yeah, we trained her up good. Power Jam. Tron picks up 5 points. And it's like they're waiting for her. Strap on roller skates, they said. It'll be easy, they said. 3 more points picked up there by Tron before that jam completed. That's going to spread the Los Pistolitas lead by a few more points, 74 to 54. That is 20 points. And Rip Curl on that power start, makes her way through the pack, grabs his lead jam. Very aggressive blocking. And Rip Curl picking up 4 points. Two points at the end of that jam picked up by the Lassies. Huge thanks to Popeye Media. They're doing all of the videotaping and the presentations up on our Triwood Tron. And that's the worst part for me, because I get to hear all the dumb stuff that I say and then go, wow, I'm a grown-up. So in a sense, what you're saying is that Speed Bump is the leader of the pack. Vroom, vroom. I just realized that my singing I Want It That Way is going to be on that video. God. So proud of myself right now. Anomaly and Tron lining up. Absolutely. And both Sharkbait and Booty and the Beast heading to our little more interesting penalty box. I get that. There's that smell in the air like an official timeout is about to happen. They're really cool. They're Calgary's sensual, tasteful, romantic, sex-positive boutique. They're women-friendly, non-judgmental atmosphere. And they've got 3 locations, Kensington, McLeod Trail, and 17th Avenue. So there's really no excuse to be like, I don't know where that is. We just told you. We just told you. If you've ever had one of those days where all you wanted to do was ask a derby girl a question, the lovely Miss Andy Linkwind with the balloons attached to her will be glad to answer any questions you may have. Six minutes left in the first half here. 86-56 in favor of Los Pistolitas. That's a 30-point spread in case anyone's looking to make their vig. And Gage jamming for the Lassies. She's taking on speed bump for Los Pistolitas. Which is a judgment-free penalty box. You gotta say this with me. You gotta try. Okay, ready? Power jam. Isn't that fun? Don't you feel like, well, you know, I smoke. My voice just does that now. And that's going to give the Thrashin Lassies the power jam, and I'm pretty sure that we should all start oying. There you go. You know what it is? The Lassies are playing the first game, and the beer hasn't hit yet. Someone's having an awfully good first Lassie game, I'd have to say. Actually, a few someone's.
And another 5 points up for the Lassies. 4 points up for Los Pistolitas.
And 4 points picked up at the last minute there by the Los Pistolitas. Lassies narrowing that gap.
And we do have 2 Los Pistolitas skaters in the penalty box, which does give the Lassies pack advantage for this upcoming jam.
That should make it a little more interesting.
All right, we've got number 238, Preacher Slaughter, up against number 8, Tron. Now, Preacher only with 2 to beat, and she does. She's through for the lead jam.
Preacher Slaughter using a mean-spirited pinball type of attempt there, just smashing back and forth.
That is exactly what she does, and it's really effective.
That was actually how I used to fight back in grade school. Just hit everything in your path, only the difference is that I would fail every time.
And Preacher gets through, scores 4 points, and leaves the Los Pistolitas with 0. Score sitting at 70 for your Thrashin Lassies and 89 for Los Pistolitas, with about 2.5 minutes left to go in the first half.
While I have a second, I just want to say thanks to Cadence Chiropractic and Sports Therapy, athletes helping athletes, chiropractor, active release techniques, massage therapy, acupuncture, all sorts of stuff.
He is amazing, Dr.
And you
Ryan.
would know because you've used the services, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, he is a miracle worker.
And Rip Curl gets through the pack and grabs lead jam. Moulin Bruise also through the pack. And Los Pistolitas, Rip Curl calls off the jam. No points there for the Lassies. 3 points. 3 points picked up by Los Pistolitas.
Sailor Moonshine was just filling me in. Apparently, between the two games today, we're going to have a human version of Hungry Hungry Hippos. So if anyone is interested in volunteering for those shenanigans, please come see us in a few minutes here.
Volunteer, or you will be voluntold.
All right, and Preacher Slaughter sneaks her way through. Lead jam. Speed Bump still stuck in the pack with one more to beat. She is also through the pack.
Preacher Slaughter signaling to the crowd, almost as if to imply they should make lots of noise.
I think the Lassies play better when their fans are really, really loud and obnoxious. There we go.
Make sure you guys, during the halftime, as you said, we're going to look for volunteers for Hungry Hungry Hippos. But also make sure to check out our vendor village. There's all kinds of great stuff in there. Naturally unique leather work, special candles, henna, there's South Hill Designs jewelry, Vamputee's delicious foods from the Do You Bake folks. There's leggings, handbags, and home organizers from Sparrow Apparel and 31 Gifts, and a bunch more.
That was perfect. Number 44, Engage, up against Tron. Tron doing a little bit of blocking herself. Now that's really effective because you can do exactly what Tron just did. Engage does have to come in behind her.
Stuff just happened.
Stuff. Engage through the pack. And it looks like they will be assigning her that cut truck penalty. I thought it was a cut because she should have come in behind Tron there.
And Engage didn't quite make it to the penalty box before the jam got called off.